everyone, I hope you're doing well. Today has been a pretty quiet day at our house, which has been a blessing. You know, it's been nice that Thomas is on the mend and seems to be feeling somewhat better. He still didn't go to school today. You know, schools and things are just being super careful with the coronavirus going around and things like that, and I understand that. So I just wanted to keep him home for one more day just to make sure that whatever he's dealing with is out of his system. I think he will go to speech. It's just 1 hour, and speech is definitely something he needs, so we try to not skip that if at all costs, if we can. And so he has speech today. I have women's Bible study, and yeah, so it's nice that we're still able to do normal things that we do in life and things that we enjoy. So Thomas enjoys going to speech. He enjoys getting his fries and his Coke afterwards. You know, he comes out of the speech, it's not, "Hi Mom, hi Dad," it's fries, Coke. We have never been a Happy Meal family, and I'm grateful for that, because if you look at the price of a Happy Meal compared to just getting your child a fries and a Coke, or fries and maybe a small chicken nugget or something, it's a lot cheaper not to do the Happy Meal. And who needs all those toys? I remember Mom would put all the toys in a box, and after a while we had so many, she's like, "What do we do with these?" And so anyways, that is something that Thomas looks forward to, and it's a simple joy. So he usually gets that at most twice a week, only when we do speech. And sometimes it's not even twice a week. Sometimes it's less, depending on how schedules and things work out. So today, I would say the only exciting thing that has happened is we were able to color in our chart, and I'm sorry I don't have it with me. I left it at school. Our chart, that's our emergency fund. We have that $1,000 now set aside just in case something were to happen. And I know that not only makes us feel good, but it probably really makes our family feel good. Especially my dad, like, he's a financial planner. Like, that's what he does with his life. And so, you know, having that in case something happens, and the goal is, once we pay off our debt, to be able to make that not just $1,000, but a fund that would cover 3 to 6 months of the expenses if something were to happen. And I'm looking forward to the day, you know, when we are able to save up and figure out plane tickets a lot easier. In the past, we've had very gracious family members that have helped us with that, but it'll be nice to, you know, be able to do it on our own eventually and figure that all out. So yeah, so that's something exciting that has happened. And excuse me. And Thomas's eyes look a lot better today than they did yesterday, so that's a relief. The twins seem to be doing well. Dan seems to be healthy from what I understand and what I can see, and I'm healthy. And the only thing I think that Dan and I are dealing with are students that are really bummed that they didn't get to go on their sports tournament and get to go to that. Like, I had the 8th grade girls, first thing this morning. I had all the 8th graders, but all the 8th grade girls except for one in the class was supposed to go on the tournament. And they came into class and they're like, "Mrs. Barr, we're supposed to be sitting at the airport right now. Like, we're not supposed to be here. This is not right." And I understand their frustration. I understand where they're coming from, but they've got to understand that we're trying to protect them. Like, there have been cases reported in the city that they were supposed to go to, and, you know, the school that was supposed to host them said we don't want to risk it. You know, you don't want to be responsible for that. And the government was just not advising it, and it's important to listen to those in authority. And I know it's hard for 8th graders to understand, and high schoolers, and even adults at times. But you know, people are just trying to do what they feel led is best. And I tried to put it in perspective for the students. I said, well, how do you think your parents feel about the summer? Like, yes, we're planning to travel to the U.S. this summer, but in all honesty, that's probably up in the air. Like, we've bought our plane tickets, we've done what we can, but we don't have control over whether things are canceled or not. Like, that's out of our hands. And so, you know, it's definitely something to keep in our prayers, and to not worry about, but just to give over to the Lord, that He has a plan. He knows how things are going to work out. And I was just trying to get the 8th graders to understand the bigger picture, that yes, this is a bummer, but hey, the school is trying to do something fun tomorrow to help them feel better about it, and hopefully it'll just be a fun school event, and it'll all work out. And spring break is next week, so that's exciting. Another interesting thing that happened during lunch, since we're getting so close to spring break, you know, we were kind of going around, well, what are you doing for spring break? What are you doing for spring break? And there's a couple that are taking dive classes, and so that's really cool. Being close to the ocean, you know, it's not hard to go and do that. And there's a missionary that he is certified to certify, or yeah, he is certified to certify divers, and he's an instructor. And so there's some missionaries from the school that are going to have that done. We are not. I kind of feel bad for Dan. You know, it's one of those things, like, if one day that it is in the budget, I believe that would be something he would enjoy. He has never even done the like the assisted dive, where you dive with a dive person that knows what they're doing. And I believe that that's something he would enjoy, because he loves snorkeling, he loves looking at starfish and other fish, and I don't think it would be very hard for him. He's always been a really good swimmer. He lifeguarded for 12 years or something like that, and they have to do all these different swim techniques and things that I cannot do. And so but who knows, maybe you know, if we get our debt paid off and get our budget and everything in line and things built up, maybe that'll work out one day for him to take those lessons and to dive. And I think that would be an enjoyment that he would have, and Thomas and I will hang out on the beach, or who knows, by then Thomas might be old enough to take the class, and maybe I'll be the one hanging out on the boat. Who knows? But yeah, it's kind of been laid back and chill. I've gotten to message back and forth with another missionary that they have a children's home here, and just a reminder of like how much the children's home is a blessing. Yes, ultimately orphanages are not ideal, but when you're in a situation where you have all these people that are not willing to foster, and that's just not an option, children's homes are the next option. And so they are trying to get more sponsors and things and have things worked out so that they can take on more kids. And you know, I mentioned to her that if, depending on what our schedule looks like next year, I might be open to helping in different ways. And you know, we're just trying to figure out what works best for us. Adoption right now looks very, very challenging, whether that's adopting here, whether that's adopting in the US. I don't know that that's what the Lord is calling us to right now, But that does not mean that there aren't other ways that he might be calling us to help the orphans and the widows and just to be there for people. So we're trying to be open to whatever he would have us to do. And so, yeah, that's what we're up to. Thomas will head to speech around 3:30 because he has speech at 4. So Dan will do that. I'll hang out with the twins until I get home, and then I'll go to Bible study. And then that will use up my evening, and then tomorrow's Thursday, and it's another day. And I think tomorrow Dan has his basketball party with 8th grade, or with middle school, and yeah, there's the end of the year soccer game for the girls and basketball for the boys, and just some different fun things going on. And hopefully Thomas will feel well enough to go to school tomorrow. And yeah, just another fun-filled day. So we'll talk to you later. Bye. God bless.